friends, how are you all? Welcome to my teaching video. Today I am going to present to you another topic. The topic is nothing but reporting, which is also known as narration. Students, as you are growing up in class 9 and 10, 11 and 12, you need to know what is the purpose of narration and how you have to report. Why reporting is very important. Wherever you are working, whether it is a small industry or big industry, you need to know that you have to report to the higher authority what others have said. Suppose you are in charge of something and you are taking up some responsibility, you need to report to the higher authority about the incident or the event or the program that took place. So, reporting is a very important feature of communication with the other people. So it is a part of collaboration. Reporting is a part of a collaboration with the industry or with the factory or with any type of examination or with any type of institution. Now, what is the meaning of reporting? Reporting is a type of narration. Reporting of the words of the speaker in his own or her own words is called narration. Suppose you are telling a story, suppose you are describing a story, suppose you are narrating a story. You cannot narrate the story in the same way that you read it. You have to narrate the story in such a way that it is in your own life and then you are putting it across to the person who is listening to you. So you have a listener, you have also a reader. How reporting can be very easy. I am trying to make it very easy for you to understand. So when you are reporting, you have to report in two ways. One is direct speech, the other one is indirect speech. So these two things are a part of a narration. So what is the meaning of direct speech? Direct speech is nothing but when we report, we use actual words of the speaker and to the listener, and then there we don't change anything. But whereas when there is a reported speech or indirect speech, we change the actual words into our own words, or it is palatable to for the person who is listening and sending across. So in direct speech we use actual words of the speaker, and in direct speech we use not the actual words of the speaker but we change it. So in narration, one important word is changing. What is the meaning of changing? So where to change and how to change is also another important thing. So in order to change direct to indirect or to reported speech, we need to keep in mind that there are four types of sentences. The first one is statements. So sentences that are statements, assertive sentences, statements which are going to be reported. Second one is interrogative, which are connected with the question word. The third type is exclamatory, which are going to create about feelings. And the fourth one is commands and request, so which is coming under imperative sentence. So these four sentences are coming as statements in the direct form, and changing into indirect form is your responsibility. This is your work. Now, in order to change the direct to indirect speech, we have to first and foremost remember about certain rules are there. Why rules are there? Because when we change the direct to indirect, we have to keep in mind certain rules, like change of time. Change of time is referring to change of tense. Most of the students, they find very difficult to understand this part. When they are given some important questions during examination, they keep the tense as it is and try to change, but the sentence will be having major grammatical errors. So you should remember that change of time means change of time tense. So what is the meaning of tense? Time. Time means tempus, which is coming from the Latin word tempus, which means time. Change of time is very important. When there is a change of time, naturally there is a change of tense. So that is why in direct and indirect speech, when you convert into indirect speech or reported speech, one of the most important things that you have to keep in mind is a change of time. That means a change of tense. I hope you are understanding, and if you are able to listen carefully and take your own time, please write down. Keep in your mind that change of time is the most important part of that reported speech. There are also changes of personal pronouns and changes of situations, place, and pronouns. That is also very important. But you change the personal pronouns, change the situations, and yet if you don't change the tense, your sentence will be wrong. So let me describe some of the rules for changing the tense. The first rule is that if the reporting verb is in the present tense or future tense, there will be no change absolutely in the reported statements. That is the first rule. That means if the reporting verb is says or will say, there will be no change. That is the first rule. Second rule is that if it is in the past tense, there will be changes. Now my discussion here is when there is when the reporting verb is in the past tense, there will be changes and followed by certain rules. That is what I am going to tell you. Okay, are you listening to my teaching? I suppose it is quite clear to you, right? Okay, to continue, let me come to the rules to change the tense, all right? So, if the reporting verb is in the past tense or past tense, what are the changes taking place in the reported speech? That is what I am trying to tell you. Okay, first one is if the direct statement is in the simple present tense, it will be changed into simple past. That is a rule. Second, if the direct statement is in the present continuous tense, the corresponding tense is past continuous tense in the reported speech. Third, if the direct statement is in the present perfect tense, it will be changed automatically to past perfect. It's very clear. It is corresponding to the tense. And if the direct statement is in the present perfect continuous tense, it will be changed into past perfect continuous tense. So here you can find very easily the changes. There no need to have any difficulty with regard to change. If you are little clever and intelligent, you can easily change. Whereas if the direct statement is in the simple past, there will be some problem for some students. It will be changed into past perfect tense. So that is the difference here. And if the direct statement is in the past continuous tense, it will be changed into past perfect continuous tense. Whereas if the direct statement is in the past perfect tense, there will be no change in the indirect speech. That means it will remain as it is. So these are the rules with regard to change of tense. Then you may ask me one question. What about, sir, what about future tense? Future tense will change into past equivalent. What is meaning of past equivalent? Past equivalent here means it will be equal to past. For example, will change into would, can to could, may to might, and shall to should. So they are not actually past tense, but then they are past equivalent. They are equal to past. So these are the rules for changing the tense. Now let me come to the last point of today's class. That is, there are three times we don't actually change the direct statement, even if it is very important. Also, you cannot change. Which are those three important times when you don't change, you are not supposed to change the direct statement. One is when the direct statement is a universal fact. So You cannot change the universal fact. So you cannot change that absolutely. Okay. Now, second one is when the direct statement acts as a habitual fact. So, what is that habitual fact? That you have to understand a repeated action. There will be no change in the direct statement. And thirdly, when the reporting verb is in the present tense or future tense, absolutely there will be no change in the direct statement. That remains as it is. So, these are the few places we don't make any changes in the tense. So students, keep in mind that one of the most important things of a direct to indirect statement is change of a tense. There are other changes, change of place, change of pronouns and all. That will come in my next class. Until then, I keep you in reflection and kind of a type of exercises, and you keep listening to this one or two times, then you will come to know how you will be able to understand my class. And dear viewers, if you have any doubts and clarifications, you can approach me through comments and otherwise. So you are most welcome to give good comments, or whatever you think is best for this class, you can share with me. And if you like my video, you can also share with your friends, so that some students are spending so much of money for tuition out. This is an online class which I am giving. It will be useful to them. Please share. Thank you and have a nice day.